Okay, this is a continuation of the series of things that I've learned. Things that I've learned that could help someone that's going through the same situation, right? So just spitting some games, some wisdom, relaying my experience. So one thing I've come to learn is that let's say you're going through something or you've gone through something. Let's say, for example, depression, right? And you've been depressed for a certain amount of period, then you realize you're depressed and whatnot. The thing that prolongs depression is you repeating that, sort of you singing it like a mantra, it becoming a broken record of sorts. You constantly reminding yourself, or you identifying with that. So constantly saying, oh, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. When you continuously telling yourself that, when you're internalizing that, you end up prolonging the experience of depression. So the depression only lasts as long as you allow it to, right? That's not to say that the catalysts and triggers and whatnot are not there, but because you are so used to telling yourself that you are depressed, it lingers longer than it should, right? So when you tell yourself, or after having realized that you're depressed, uh, the quickest way to nullify that, or to balance it out, is for you to tell yourself that, yo, I'm healed, I'm perfectly whole, I'm me again. you know that's something that I've come to learn, that you don't need to actually how can I say, feel whole, or see, or want to have proof that you are whole, for you to actually how can I say, embrace wholeness, embrace healing, embrace you-ness, authenticity and stuff like that. It's the little steps that you take. It's telling yourself that I am healed, I am whole, I'm me, I'm myself again. It's what you tell yourself is more important than actually what is going on. So even if life feels like, you're just depressed, or you feel like you're in the pits, or it's just like life is just, oh man, it's just slapping you daily with absolutely no consideration for how you feel, or something like that. The best way to sort of propel yourself out of that darkness, or that whole vibe, that whole ambience, that whole melancholic feel thing, is for you to tell yourself that you are whole, you are healed, you know you are safe, you are in a good place, life is good again, you are grateful. It's the constant reminder, as uh, uh, as you continue telling yourself that you are this, you are that, you are, as you keep on identifying with this version of yourself that you want to be, or even something even better than that, the more you link up with it, the more you become it, the more you how can I say, uncover the hidden layers, because it's a different garment. Basically, depression is one outfit, and joyfulness, and a life of excitement, and all of that is just another garment. It's just a different outfit. They're just different outfits, and we just wear them, and it might feel uncomfortable at first, right? Like brand new shoes. But the more you wear it, the more accustomed you are to it, the more it adapts to you, the more natural it feels. So when you constantly remind yourself that you're healed, that you're whole, that you're not depressed again, then it becomes natural. Then it becomes, you literally identify with what you've been telling yourself. Things that you tell yourself are affirmations. The things that you talk about within your head, the inner dialogue, that those inner conversations that you do have with yourself, end up being a reflection of who you are as a person. Those that'll be like your character. So that's basically, how can I say, that's like your script, and then you start a role playing, right? So when you identify with that script, that inner monologue and whatnot, those beliefs turn into habits and stuff. Not and then now that's the role you've decided to play, right? So rather change the script, change the inner script, so you can play the kind of role that you do, that you would love to see yourself playing, right? And the more you practice the script, the more you become accustomed to this role, and the more it's natural. The more you become a main character now of this sort of set of this play, that goes hand in hand with the script that you've been telling yourself. Because the script that you've been telling yourself of, I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that, and whatnot, you end up finding yourself in a role that you definitely do not want to play. Yeah. So, and this is coming from a person, from a person that's tried to take his life so many countless amount of times, but and it all stemmed from the things I was telling myself within, even unconsciously, because it might be a lot of the times you might not be aware of the things you're telling yourself. It might come in the form of an idea, right, or a form of how can I say, of a feeling or a thought, or a behavior, a habit, or something. It doesn't always have to be like an actual conversation, but it can be like a theme, a theme that goes on within you, a movement, a vibration, a frequency that you tap into, that makes it easier for you to play this role that you prefer not to be in. So yeah, the more good things you tell yourself, think righteous, good. I need to find that verse. Actually, let me search it now. Sorry about that. Let me search for it now. These things. Yeah, think on these things first. Let's see. Let's see. What does it say? There's a scripture from the Bible. BT dubs. And it's very important for you to cultivate a sense of of mastering your attention, mastering your energy, right? Because your energy, your attention is your currency. It's very valuable, and what you focus on reflects in your outer reality. So it's very important for you to focus on things you would prefer to experience. Okay, so from Philippians Philippians 4 verse 8. Let's see. Okay, so it says, whatever is true, noble, honorable, right, just, pure, lovely, admirable, excellent, and praiseworthy, as this practice brings the peace of God. Okay, so it's thinking on these things, right? Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Think on these things, right? So it's focus on the things that you would want to see reflected in your life, right? So personality, vibes, or character, values, beliefs, anything that you would love to experience more of in your life, focus on those things, right? They might not appear immediately, but the more you fixate on them, the more foundation, the more stable the foundation is built upon these things, and it will be hard for you to be shaken off of them. It's not to say that there won't be things that won't how can I say, excuse me, there won't be things that will try to shake you. They'll try to distract you, they'll try to woo you away from this person that you are becoming, right? But because of the consistency that you give to yourself in sticking to this sort of script of telling yourself the kind of person you want to be, then it becomes easier for you to even, how can I say, let go of anything that tries to shake you off this path of being disciplined in wanting to in wanting to in wanting to become the person that you would want to become. Yes. Yeah, so these are the things that I've learned for the past 10 years. Yeah, past 11 years, so to speak. Yeah, so it's very important for you to be conscientious of the things that you tell yourself. Yeah, so anyway, love and light, vibes, man. Stay tuned for the next video.